In this video we're going to look at negative indices, so that might mean an x with a negative 4 power, and we're used to only seeing powers that have positive numbers, so this is going to be a bit different. Okay, let's have a look at an example where we expand things out, and we're used to expanding things out. For example, we know that x to the power of 2 equals x times x. Let's go with an example where we've got a to the power of 2 divided by a to the power of 4. Now if we were to expand this out, we'd get a times a on the top of the fraction, and we would be dividing that by a times a times a times a. So we have 4 of the a's on the bottom and 2 of the a's on the top. So what this happens, if we start to cancel things out, for example, a divide a gives us 1, a divide a gives us 1 again, and we're left with 2 a's on the bottom and just 1 on the top. So the number 1, not an a, but the number 1. So we're left with 1 divided by a squared. Now when we worked on our division rule, if we did it just this part, we would say, alright, there's our divide sign, we are going to take away our indices. So we would say, alright, well that means it's a to the 2 minus 4 power, which means a to the negative 2. So if you have a look here, we're actually looking at the same answer, just written differently. So our rule is if there is a, or let's go a to the power of negative x. Sorry guys, I had an interruption. I'm going to start again. So a to the power of negative x, if we're looking for our rule, will be the same as if we write 1 on a to the power of x. Right, so that's the rule we are working towards. Right, let's do a practice one with some numbers. We've got 4 to the power of negative 2, and that's like saying 1 divided by 4 to the power of positive 2. So you can see the pattern. If it's up here and it's negative, we put it on the bottom of a fraction as the denominator with 1 on the top, and we turn it to a positive power. We'll do another one this time. We're going to have 6m to the power of negative 3, and what we've got here is the same as saying 6 times m to the negative 3. So that's one term and that's one term, which is like saying 6 times 1 divided by m to the positive 3 power, and then that's like saying 6 divided by m to the 3, because 6 times 1. Okay, so these are pretty tricky, particularly when they get a coefficient or a number in front of them, but give them a go.